okay, as always, I would usually have an HSR character looking at their phone, but in this case, hey, it's me getting Exodia FTK'd. That's pretty cool. This was a deck that basically won a feature match in YCS Indianapolis, so this is kind of based. So I'm gonna just let him cook. Um, so back to HSR Topaz. If I was to say Topaz in a few words, just basic summarizer, I would say she's Kafka, but worse. So Topaz is a follow-up attack character, and a lot of people are saying like, guys, Topaz is such a good character because Topaz, she's gonna be the buff to follow-up attack characters, and the follow-up attack characters are gonna be really, really good in the upcoming future. And it's like, yeah, do you have a crystal ball that shows you the future? You don't? Okay. Yeah, you don't know if they're gonna give you follow-up character support and stuff. And even if you consider the follow-up characters now, Topaz is really underwhelming. I mean, do you even call it underwhelming? I mean, at this point, there's been so much power creep with IL. It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so Topaz and Numby Topaz's kit basically is based around proof of debt, which is the debuff that she applies. She applies proof of debt whenever she uses a skill. She uses her skill, and it can apply to multiple enemies. But the problem is that you gotta spend a skill point. So you gotta spend a skill point to apply an enemy with proof of debt, which feels really really awful. Uh, but the good thing is that if enemies die, it does apply to the next enemy, or to an enemy that is not affected by debt. So that's pretty interesting. And the more interesting about debt is that it gives follow-up attack damage taken. It increases the damage taken, which is one of probably the rarest damage bonuses in this game, or debuffs really. Um, and so it increases the follow-up attacks taken by enemies. Remember, taken by enemies by like 40 to like 50%. Yeah, 40 to 50%. And uh Numby will attack enemies affected by proof of debt. Now, I don't know what Numby's targeting is going to be if multiple enemies are affected by proof of debt. So, oh no, don't make it random, man. But in this case, every time an enemy with proof of debt is attacked with a follow-up attack, oh god, attack, Numby will be advanced forward by 50%, and Numby has an 80 speed by default. Except one of the main issues with Numby is that his damage is awful, I guess, is to say the least. It's like 130 to like 150%, and that's not a very, very high motion value at all. Now, you can increase its motion value by using not Jinglu, Topaz's ult by, increasing the damage multiplier on Numby, which is pretty good, and its crit damage by 20%. That's cheeks, actually. Um, and enemies attacked by basically anything. Numby is advanced forward if enemies are attacked that have proof of debt. I mean, and the only thing is that this is very reminiscent of what's her name, Clara's ult, because it only applies to 2 follow-up attacks. So it's like, Jesus Christ, could it not have lasted like 2 turns at least? But nope, gotta keep the character mediocre. No, the interesting thing about sorry, not Topaz. What's the name? Numby. Numby is, if Topaz is affected by CC, by any form of like crowd control, Numby will still act. That's a Jing Yuan L right there. Like, oh my god. Okay, so now a lot of people are hyping up Topaz, but I don't like Topaz at all. But it's just because first, her current potential teams are just straight up ass. They're really really bad. Like, oh my god. And again, you don't have a crystal ball to tell you when follow-up attack characters are going to be released for Hoyo. So let's look at the current follow-up attack characters right now. So we won't talk about Herda. Herda's bad. I don't care if any viewers can say, "Oh no, but Herda can zero cycle." Yeah, yeah, no, no thanks. I'm not gonna build a fucking esoteric build just to bat chest zero cycle. Okay. Um. So there's Himeko, Kafka, Blade, Clara, and then Jing Yuan. So with her Himeko, I don't like Himeko. So again, well not again, but I think it's important to note that Topaz is a hunt character that a lot of the time, or most of her damage is just gonna be from single target, basically applying proof of death. Now maybe you're only gonna have one or two enemies applied by proof of death. At minimum, you're gonna have at least one. So Kimiko's follow up attack, well, oh my god, it's literally like 120% of her attack. Maybe 100, it's 140. Oh my god, that's straight up cheeks. Like, you're not even gonna do good single target with Himiko. I mean, you could do good AoE, but even if Himiko did do good AoE, you're not really getting value out of debt because you're not affecting multiple enemies with debt. Again, you could spend the SP, but it's like, I mean, I'll compare her to Destruction later. So next, there's Kafka. On God, if any of you actually try to run Kafka in Topaz, oh my god. Okay, okay. If you do like your due diligence and like just read, just ignore the Yu-Gi-Oh genes and read. Because if you look at Kafka's follow-up attack, dog, it's like fucking 115% of her attack. That's so ass. And keep in mind, this is once per turn. You get a once per turn basic attack, and sure, okay, it gains value over time, which it won't because you're not going to be building Crit Kafka. Now, if you're going to build Crit Kafka, you're burning water. You went in the kitchen and you fucking burned water. That's what Crit Kafka is. Okay, if you just do a little bit of reading and you'll realize, oh hey, Crit Kafka sucks because you're gonna pump all your stats into attack percent because of course she's a DOT character. You want to make her deal as much DOT as possible. Next is Clara. Okay, again. Clara, the enemy has to hit Clara for Clara to auto attack. Sorry, to follow up attack. But the problem is that Clara, there's no way to guarantee Clara's taunt. There's no way. And even if you say, "Oh, what about her ult?" and it's like, no. If Clara's not hit, Clara won't get her energy. But if Clara gets hit too much, she may end up killing all the enemies, which means a reduction on follow-up attack potential. But the upside is that less enemies will be present, so proof of death can actually gain value, unlike it just completely whiffing because any other enemies are being hit by follow-up attacks. And Clara and not Clara and Blade. Why? Just run Pelabronia! Oh my god! Dear God! It's the same garbage with Jinglu Blade. Why are you guys fixated on fucking follow-up attack? The follow-up attack's so bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's like not good. Like, yeah. Sure, it gains value with proof of death, but proof of death isn't gonna apply on all enemies. Oh my god! Oh my god! And yeah, Pelabronia. Just run Pelabronia. It's gonna be way better than fucking Topaz. Because again, most of Blade's damage is gonna be from his skill, not his fucking follow-up attack. And include his ult damage, it makes his follow-up attack damage contribute even less. And then Jing Yuan. Okay. I will admit Jing Yuan has a genuine argument to actually be used with Topaz because AoE, Jing Yuan kind of sucks because Lightning Lure's blast targeting is straight up ass. It's like bouncing blast. So yeah, good luck hitting the enemy that you actually want to hit with debt, so that way you can gain value. But nope. Okay, and then on single target, yeah, I could see Jing Yuan working with single target and the Topaz because Lightning Lord isn't gonna be swayed by his dumbass targeting, so that's pretty good, I guess. And then what else? Yeah, but it's like, why? Why do you want to invest in Topaz, who's not a staple? like she doesn't really even do much for in the grand scheme of things. And even if like okay, there's follow up attack characters, but like crit damage dealers are going to be infinitely more generic and are going to be supported much better by like every other character, like Bronya, Pella, I guess. You know, Blade is a lot better with Pella and Bronya. You know, not with fucking Topaz. And even if you compare Topaz teams to Destruction, which are the best teams and best characters in the game, well, best DPS in the game with Jinglu Niall, well, it's a fucking wipe because Topaz is a follow up damage dealer, but she doesn't work as an engine for follow up attack characters anyway. Because again, follow up attack characters, most of them are erudition. Topaz is hunt. And it's funny, I see a lot of cope around. I've read a bunch of cope where people are like, guys, you should buy Topaz because that way Hoyo can be incentivized to make characters with unique playstyles. And it's like, bro, if you buy an underpowered character, Hoyo will throw underpowered characters at you. That's what they did for Genshin Impact. You know, release Omega weak characters, and then it's like, oh my god, just sell them, bro. Oh yeah, release them, and then people will buy them anyways. Oh my god. And then people are like, and then no, not people. The same post that I saw was like, oh guys, also get sorry, not Jingle, get Topaz for her ass, and it's like, dog, Topaz doesn't even look that good. Like, come on, are you kidding me? No. Like Topaz does not even have a quarter, no, not even a tenth of the drip that Jinglu has. Yeah. So Topaz sucks. I don't. Topaz sucks, and I don't need to get her to understand that she sucks because the state of follow up attack characters is not good. The state of DOT characters is not good. The state of crit damage, on the other hand, hey, IL Jinglu. Ooh. Okay, but I will not understand though why Jinglu's this busted. So I feel like it's kind of unfair just for the sake of fairness because Jinglu's so good, while Topaz is extremely underwhelming. Argenti's current kit is bland as fuck. Huo is garbage, not even comparable to what's the name? Luocha and Fushuan. Like, oh my god. But hey, at least that gives you guys, that includes me by the way, that gives us 1.5 patches to save up because what the next few updates is gonna have Black Swan, which is good for those of you guys who are DOT gang. So there you go. And then what else? Ruanmei, yeah, Ruanmei is supposed to come out soon. So, and that's pretty interesting. That's someone I'm gonna be looking forward to. Literally, the best character of next patch is gonna be like Hanya. That's so bad. And Hanya's not even a 4-star. Sorry, not even a 5-star. I mean, mediocrity, baby. Hoyo trying to trick you into thinking that like uh well, but for those who can't get Jinglo, yeah, try to get her on the next rerun. Yeah, thanks. Bye.